So good afternoon, how y'all doing? I'm gonna just jump right into it after I find my salt and pepper for these fries. Shout out to Chick-fil-A, y'all. Chick-fil-A is the best fries, I ain't gonna lie. I got these large waffle fries, they so good. I've eaten them before. I know Chick-fil-A been around for a minute, but I never really, I used to just get the salads or the, not even really a chicken sandwich. Like, chicken sandwich is really good too though, but I just recently started getting the fries again. I just fell in love. I'm like, these fries is just so fresh and just so delicious. So I'm gonna give me a minute for people to come, kind of kick in, find the salt and pepper. I need pepper on my fries. You cannot have fries without pepper on it. You can't. I had to get off earlier. For those of you who seen the 5 minutes I was doing before I cut it off and made it private, I got a phone call for a second part-time job that I just got. So I had to call her back when I was recording. So I'm gonna try to talk and eat at the same time. It's so good. Maybe I should come back after I'm done, because I don't want them to get all nasty and cold. One more, and then I'm gonna start. Look at that delicious waffle. Got it on my scarf. Is it right there? Alright. Let's get this vlog started. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, if you are holier than thou, or holier than thine, than me, if you are sensitive to the ears and quick to unsubscribe from somebody just because they were a little transparent, this is not the video for you. I suggest you to skip this video, stop watching right now, and go watch all the other ones, because I'm about to go in. So, as of now, I have switched clients at the company that I'm currently working for as a caregiver. And let me tell you what happened. So, I had two main clients that I was working for, or kind of like helping out. That was an 85-year-old white male and his 50-year-old daughter, who has a disability to where she's more so mentally like a teenager, but she can function and stuff. And I started that job July 17th, or with those particular clients. I'm still with the company, I just switched clients. And just to kind of briefly give a little overview, the man is very verbally abusive. He's emotionally abusive. He's just a mean, nasty asshole. I'm gonna just be completely honest with you. Like I said, if this video may not be for you, because I'm gonna just tell it like it is right now. I'm in my feelings right now. I'm in my flesh. I'm just being completely honest, and that's just how I feel, so I'm gonna say what I feel. He's an asshole. An 85-year-old asshole. I have watched this man disrespect his daughter, the one that lives with him, that is also my client. I've watched him disrespect the case manager. I'm the caregiver. I'm the one that's in the home. For those of y'all who are not familiar with that kind of system, I'm the in-home caregiver that does like the light housekeeping. I help them bathe, you know, I do the dishes, I cook, go grocery shopping when they need it. I do stuff like that. The case manager is more like the handler. She's the one that sets up their doctor's appointments and, you know, sees about their medicine and stuff like that. She's not really like one-on-one 24/7 like I am. I've seen this man disrespect the case manager. And yes, and myself included. So the first incident, I would say, okay, so they had a pet. When I first came in, they had a dog. And the dog was very old. It was incontinent. It was pissing and pooping all over the house. And I'm going to just let y'all know right now, I'm not a pet person. I'm not an animal person. I surely don't believe in you having pets in the house. I think that is the most nasty, disgusting, unsanitary thing anybody could do. Now, as far as culture is concerned, I know there's a lot of people, they like having their pets in their house and they see them like family. I never understood that. I never will, because I don't care for animals like that. And I was actually surprised. I don't know if it's in one of the Apocrypha books, which I don't read personally, or if it's actually in scripture, but I saw a sister post on Facebook recently. I don't know if it's in scripture or what, but that the Moors, the ancient Moors, were believed to be Hebrew Israelites as well, that actually taught other European nations, hygiene, because they didn't know how to bathe. And they were the ones who informed them that you shouldn't have your beast where you lay your head. Basically, you don't put your animals in the house. So I already don't believe in that kind of thing. I'm so opposed to anybody that do it. I don't care who you are. I just think it's nasty. Just because of what animals do, they belong outside. That's my personal opinion. You want to have a pet? Have your pet outside. Okay? But this situation was just a little irritating when I first started, because the dog was incontinent because it was so old. So it literally looked like it was in pain, even trying to use the restroom outside. In the grass, he would like be having his behind hanging, like dragging his behind across the grass. Like, I felt bad for the dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. But they wanted the dog in the house, which is understandable if you see a dog like family, okay. But as a caregiver that's coming in, that got to do a little cleanup, that's irritating to me, okay. I'm already not a dog person, and I don't want to be. What I was doing was mopping throughout the day, because what they would do is they see dog droppings and urine all over the floor, all on the furniture. Why you would think that was okay, no matter how much you love your dog, I sincerely don't know. But every morning that I would go to work, fresh poop, fresh piss, all of the whole house smelled like dog. I think at one point we let the dog use a blanket. I washed the blanket, the washing machine smelled like dog. So the incident that I'm getting into, the dog was dying, the dog was sick, the dog was terminal, honey. The dog was about to go to doggy heaven, if there is one. And the case manager, she basically set up an appointment at the vet to have the dog put down, which he did need. And it was my understanding that the man that I was taking care of, the head of the household, he just wanted the dog to go naturally. So long story short, she just, in wisdom and professionally, it needed to be done, to be honest with you. She took the dog to the vet, had him put down. And I don't know why. They say he has dementia. I didn't even know what dementia was. I heard of it, but I never had a real understanding of what it was. And apparently it's kind of similar to Alzheimer's, like getting forgetful about stuff. Due to your age, your brain kind of starts deteriorating, so you don't really remember stuff. The way my supervisor explained it to me, she said, depending on what the person's personality was like, once you get dementia, I guess, let's say like you're a mean person, I guess it gets intensified. So you kind of become like irrational without even really realizing it. And I actually did see him do this one day. I think a nurse or a physical therapist. It was a gentleman. He came by the house, and my client was talking to him. He had a credit card. A credit card came in the mail, and he was asking the physical therapist how can he go about checking his blood pressure with it. And the physical therapist was confused. He was like, he said, "Sir, that's a credit card." And he yelled at that man. He was like, "What are you talking about? That isn't a credit card. It's a blood pressure monitor." Like that. And I was like, oh. I said, that's weird. I said, okay, I guess he do kind of got, some kind of, medical issues when it comes to stuff like that. But anyway, so the woman come back a couple days later, honey, and he let her have it over that dog. I don't know if he didn't remember that she was discussing to him. I was there the day she took the dog to the vet, because I helped her, get the blanket and everything, watched her put him in the car. So I don't know if he just forgot that she said she was going to put him down, or if there was a misunderstanding with she's not taking him to the vet to just have him taken care of. She's taking him there to have him put down because he's sick. The dog could barely move. At one point, he was just laying on the kitchen floor just like he's about to pass out and, just die. So she came back, and once she kind of, confirmed that they put the dog down, I literally witnessed this man. He tore this woman down so bad. I was in shock. He called her every name in the book. He basically, I don't remember what he said him, but it was along the lines of her being a worthless woman. He don't want to see her in the house no more. And this is the case manager. She got to be there, to do work with the other client that I was taking care of, the daughter. He don't want to see her no more. She's worthless. I mean, just yelling at her like abusive. I'm like, this is a woman. I was like, what is with this man? It was just, I understood his feelings. It makes sense. I mean, things can kind of get a little a little heated. You are a client, but you still got feelings too. And I understood he really cared about that dog. But like I said, maybe he misunderstood what she was doing. I don't know. But he let her have it that day, honey. I felt bad for her. And I just watched her handle it so professionally. I was like, dang, I need to take notes from her, because she was just unbothered. She was just politely, apologizing to him and just really explaining how terminal the dog was and how she did communicate with him that she's going to have the dog put down, etc., etc. But he did everything but cuss her out. He may as well have cussed her out. I'm not going to lie to you. He said some ugly stuff to that woman. And for a while, she couldn't really come to the house because she wasn't welcome there. So that was my first time really witnessing him, how he treats people. And for him to have dementia, here's my thing. Now, I'm not any kind of medical, like, whatever they want to call it. I don't know the ins and outs of dementia. One thing I do have is discernment. I can tell when somebody is BSing and they know what they're doing, and they just outright just disrespecting you and just cussing you out and saying what they want to say because that's how they feel, versus, oh, this is my dementia. That was no dementia. You was in your feelings. You was hot about that dog. You didn't care about how this woman would have been offended or how she would have took the way you spoke to her. And he went off on her. Because when she left, he started venting to me as the caregiver. And he was very eloquent in speech. He was very articulate. He was very expressive with the way he felt about the situation. He was even asking me, don't you understand how I feel? And I'm just sitting there nodding like, yeah. I understand that don't really justify the way you spoke to this lady, but I understand, the way you feel. But so, and me, this is me working there, taking all this in, because I'm there with them 8 hours a day. So in my head, the more stuff I keep experiencing, I'm like, they say he got dementia, but he get around pretty fine to me. He don't really need much help. He don't want a caregiver. He can bathe himself. I mean, most people that age, like my grandpa, I had to help him bathe one time. They can't really get to the backside, so they need some help, in that area. But he know how to go to the fridge by himself. He know how to get his pudding that he always liked to eat. He sit there right down that couch and watch TV all day. He know how to talk mess to you. Anyway, let me continue. So that's me processing and just kind of taking mental notes. Now, the second incident, this man keeps it hot in that house. It's summertime. He liked to keep the AC on 76. Child. Maybe he needs it because he elderly. I'm not knocking him for it. However, when you got somebody else to come work for you in your home, sweetheart, you got to be a little bit considerate. You got to adjust. Okay, the thermometer. So it's hot. So I would always change it to like 70. Like 71, 72. So one day, I guess he got tired of suppressing, how he probably felt about me. And one day when I went to go turn the thermometer down because it was hot, I'm not going to try to reenact his voice because I don't want to sound stupid. He has a deep, hoarse kind of voice because he's an older man. He yelled at me, honey. And it was like, when he yells at you, to be completely honest, because we can pick up on vibes and stuff. He yells at you like you're his servant. It's not just I'm angry and I'm heated. He yells at you like a man that's misogynistic. Like when he was yelling at that case manager, like derogatory towards a woman the way a man would be. And when it was me, you could tell that he switched from just sitting there being Dr. Jekyll to you just a servant girl up in here and stop touching my shit, basically. He yelled at me, you leave that alone. And it wasn't really what he said, it was how he said it and the way he looked at me. He had them icy blue eyes and was looking at me like he wanted to kill me. That's how I know it had been bothering him for a few days when he kept seeing me change that thermometer and stuff. So I personally don't like being disrespected. I already told my supervisor that, and me and her kind of, we chatted about it. She real cool. She's very sweet and down to earth, but me as a person, I do not like being disrespected by nobody. And I know that there is a degree, if there is one for us as believers, we have to be very selfless. I understand all of that. I'm just speaking for where I'm at spiritually right now. I don't tolerate nobody talking to me crazy. It's either two things gonna happen. I'm gonna have to leave and give me some fresh air, let the Holy Spirit calm me down with his soothing, calming words, or you gonna push me to a certain point where I'm gonna slap the hell out of you. I'm just being completely honest. This is one of two things that's gonna happen. So I left that day. I left for probably 30 minutes to an hour. I drove around a little bit. Once again, it wasn't what you did or what you said, it was how you did it. And the look that he had in his eye when he did it. So I said, okay, I'm still taking notes. I see how you treat people over something trivial like that. And let me tell you how he knew what he was doing. When I finally came back to the house, to my surprise, which this is my job to do laundry and all that stuff, I see him and his daughter doing the laundry, walking around the house, washing dishes. I mean, like normal people. But y'all got a whole caregiver assigned to y'all. Like, y'all need help. And he was shocked. He kind of was shaking up a little bit when he saw me. He had the nerve to tell me, oh, I didn't know you were coming back. Oh, well, why would you think that? Why would you think that I wasn't coming back when this is my job? It's because your ass knew exactly what you was doing. That's why I say all that dementia and stuff like that's a whole bunch of bull crap. People, and I've experienced this because I was doing overtime for a lady in San Antonio in her 90s. Rude, nasty, very uppity, bougie kind of attitude. Her whole dresser was just full of perfumes and red lipsticks. Like you could tell she was that kind of like woman, maybe in her prime. But I'll be the first one to tell you, honey, most people look at elderly people and think you just gotta be oh so sweet and so kind and so respectful. These people are wicked as hell. And I heard somebody say that in a hell testimony because everybody think that just because you old, that you're not the same person, you don't have the same heart that you had when you was in your 30s. Yes, they are. They just an older wicked man. You just an older, wicked, proud, racist woman. You the same woman and the same personality with the same ways that you had when you was in your 30s and 40s. Just because you 80 and 90 or 100 and going, don't mean jack to me. My fries can get cold. I can't eat no cold fries. I might have to come back. You know what? Put it in the bag. I need to keep themselves warm a little bit. But I seen that with him. The lady I was taking care of, she had her little smart thing she used to say. Which that was just a little weekend shift I was doing, but she would just do stuff like she wanted you to serve her and wipe her mouth for her when she could do it for herself. Nothing would be on this woman's mouth. And all she would say, wipe my mouth. Wipe my mouth. I'd be like, ma'am, there's nothing on your mouth. And she just kept saying it over and over again. And I finally just stopped. I said, I ain't about to sit up here and do this for this woman. You attitude. She wanted you to do everything for her, like you were her little peasant. So she finally looked over at me when I was sitting on the couch one day. She said, you won't do it, will you? I wasn't laughing when she said it, but after I thought about it, I said, no, I'm not. I'm not going to do it. Because you can wipe your own mouth. But, and even with my, I don't really call him my grandfather. The man that my grandmother is married to, my mother's mom. Oh, that's a nasty, evil old man. That man is cruel. And he should be in his, 60s or 70s now? But no, that don't make a bit of difference. I feel like with these kind of like professions or work fields, like being a caregiver or a CNA, you do have to have tough skin. I don't really know if tough skin is an issue for me as much as it is just having really strong discernment. I maybe need to exercise spiritual protocol with what I discern. Because the same issues could be happening to different people, but they may not be as spiritually sensitive as I am on people's motives. their intentions. I can feel those racial undertones that you may not feel. So you could probably just let it roll off. But with me, it kind of affects me on a personal level. I cannot stand being around toxic, wicked people. Like, that stuff penetrates my spirit. It will bother me. It starts stirring up. Like, I feel like I'm kind of getting affected by what's in you. So for me, you do need tough skin because you're dealing with all kinds of different people. But I also just don't believe in, if you got somebody helping you, whether you're the one that's financing something like that or not, if you're in a nursing home or it's an in-home situation, if you old enough to know better, respect people that's helping you. This sucker right here, and this is me honestly being a witness up close and personal to who he really is as a person. He knows exactly what he's doing. It's not a dementia situation. It's not his age. That don't have nothing to do with anything. Now, if it was a situation where somebody was genuinely sick or mentally ill, I'd give you a huge pass, because we can only control stuff like that so much. But you know what you're doing. So it's hard for me to respect you. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to just do it grudgingly. I know the scripture speaks against that. When you're dealing with people like that, they make it really hard for you to find pleasure in the work that God has blessed you with. And that's actually why scripture tells you to work unto the Lord. That's the best mindset to keep when you're on a job. Because you may get, favor from Father and have somebody that's a decent human being and that's actually sweet and kind, just a normal, easygoing person, but that's not everybody. So it's just best to go into any workplace and just do the best that you can do, that you're supposed to do, unto the Father. Because at the end of the day, he's the main authority figure of all of us, okay? Because if you look in any other direction, or you set your affections on the people that you're helping on the job, or the boss, or whoever you're dealing with, it's going to determine your obedience to God and how well you do unto him as a servant spiritually. So it's just best for you not to even, take it personal like that. But, which I'm feeling in that area. I need to go back to my video about the Christians in the workplace, honey. Look at this salt. Oh, my scar. So, another instance that had happened. I'm going to tell y'all what happened today. But, his daughter, the one that's 50, who's more of like a 15 or 16-year-old, seen this man treat this girl like, and to be honest, it kind of surprised me. It really shouldn't, because this is actually a common thing in families that have handicapped relatives. You'll be surprised how much they really feel like you're just a burden and they don't want to deal with you. And I did have a few conversations with the girl, and she kind of shared with me that she's kind of been with her dad since she was pretty much all her life. As far as her school years, she was in special ed, She didn't have a relationship with her mom, and she didn't really live with her mother. So I said, okay, so you've been with your dad all your life. Now I'm going to tell you what I witnessed with him. I've witnessed him yell at the girl for doing absolutely nothing. Nothing. Me and her could be at the table just kind of chatting or just talking, and he just, I'm not going to say her name, but just, you'd yell at her and tell her to shut up very abrasively, very aggressively. And I turned, I looked one day, I said, why is he yelling at her like that? Why he told her to shut up, Or, would just tell her some days, just yell at her to go to her room, like he didn't want her in his presence. And this is the one that's disabled. And she went to the bedroom and she was just crying and crying and crying. Before I went in there, I knew she was crying. And I went in there to go talk to her and comfort her and make her feel better. And she was in a fetal position on the bed, just crying her eyes out. And she said, my dad always yells at me. He always talks to me like that. And at first I didn't really know why he was doing it until I've seen a couple more instances where she was eating, because I would cook for her or whatever. She was eating, and I think she accidentally tipped the chair over, and it hit the floor and it was real loud. But it was an accident. And you should have seen the look this man gave this girl. If I had to say what his eyes kind of read, it was just like, I hate you, you stupid idiot. You're always doing something stupid. You're always making dumb mistakes. Like, he's annoyed with her presence. He gave her just cold look. And I didn't say nothing, but I noticed it. And I said, I think he hates his daughter. There's a lot of parents like that. If you have a handicapped child or a child with a disability, it's not always a situation where the parent is giving you extra care and extra love like you probably need out of the other kids, they probably really detest you. They feel like you're a burden because she's in a situation where she can't really be on her own. She can't get married. She can't really live by herself. So he could possibly feel like he's tired of taking care of her. But there's no reason to treat that girl like that. She'll have no friends. I'm gonna get into that in a couple minutes. But so I saw that, and I actually reported that to the oldest sister who kind of financially funds everything, and my supervisor. I reported his behavior and the kind of stuff that he be doing and stuff like that. So now the sister, the older one, she's a lawyer. She's the one that I'm assuming is paying for them to have a caregiver in the first place and to be taken care of. Her dad and her sister. She's the one who funds the grocery shopping and the money, all that stuff. So I low-key kind of started to pick up on her that she had a Jezebel spirit just because of the way people would talk about her. I learned while I was working there that she was that's a little bit personal. She's on her second marriage, headed to a second divorce. Stuff like that already makes me raise an eyebrow. I feel like one divorce is really common. You could easily just gave up on the marriage, and when you about to get a second one, you the problem. I say that with anybody. My mom has been divorced twice. So it's either the kind of man that you choose or it's you, sweetheart. 2 divorces, that's not a good look. So the husband, the second husband, he's more down to earth, more relatable. He would come by the house to go see the father-in-law sometimes, and you know somebody is really toxic and not a nice human being when even the husband is coming to the house and talking jack about him to the caregiver. Now, I'm not going to say what he said, but it's just the way that he would speak about his wife. It was very negative, like she's not a good person. Or even with the dog situation, I think I was explaining to him one day how upset, the head of the household was over the dog being put down. And he made a remark saying it's better the dad than his daughter. In other words, saying she would have caught more hell with the older daughter. So it's best that whatever the case manager got, that I just shared with y'all, he was kind of going off on her, talking to her like she was he said it's best that she got it from him and not the daughter. So I said, okay, so this sister, this older daughter who's, funding everything, I said, she got some issues. He would kind of, retort often about getting a divorce. Yeah, he's about to get a divorce. Like, he just can't stand a woman. So this is where she kind of comes in. That's just stuff I would kind of hear. And I just kind of kept it to myself. It's something for me to take a mental note about because that's kind of who I'm dealing with that's at the top. And when I would hear this stuff about her, the Holy Spirit put an image in my spirit about that girl. And I saw like a dragon that was kind of just like at the top of this like pyramid and just breathing fire down on like everybody else that was like underneath. That's what he showed me. And he told me, he said that girl is a Jezebel spirit. The wife does. So she's the daughter of the head of the household. So she's the one that I would deal with whenever she had questions about what's going on with her sister and this and that. The reason why she started to have an issue with me is because y'all already know my personality. I kind of tell it like it is, but I do it professionally. I would just give an honest report about how her sister and her dad was doing. Because her sister got a habit of, she don't want to take her medicine. She don't want to eat no food. Because I used to spend up to like $200 and something a week on groceries. And the girl was used to getting what she wanted to get with her sister's money. She had her own card with her sister's name on it. I would go get whatever she wanted to get. Whatever toy she told me she wanted, I would just get it for her. So her sister cut that off, which I said, I figured that much. I said, I don't care if she a lawyer or not. I didn't know if she had it like that or not, but I said, in my mind, if I was the one financially taking care of my family, I wouldn't want somebody just spending up all my money like that on stupid stuff. So it didn't really surprise me when they gave her a $20 allowance a week. So the girl got upset about that. And literally this past week and the week before that, all she would do is tell me she didn't want to do nothing all day. Mind you, I have to do daily tasks with this girl. Walking, chair yoga, make sure she eat, make sure she take her medicine. different activities on her tablet, just like little games and educational stuff she likes to do. So I guess she got our habits on because she can't spend her sister money no more, which ain't my problem. Because she does have the mind of a child a little bit, or a teenager. So she just kind of got into the habit of, I don't want to take my medicine, I don't want to eat, I'm not eating nothing. And she go to her room and she lay down, don't want to be bothered. I said, okay, what am I supposed to do? I can't force her to do anything. So the case manager recently emailed myself, the sister who's funding everything, and I think my supervisor or somebody else, and it was just like a general message or kind of update about the medications the girl was on, what we can do to continue to keep her active and engaging. And what kind of stood out to me that just kind of like ticked me a little bit, I didn't like the way the message was kind of pacifying the girl, because I'm like, well, I kind of see it from the different side of the spectrum, because I'm actually here with her 24/7. Y'all not really here with her, so I'm able to discern that she not taking her medicine, she not eating. It's not that she don't have healthy food to eat, because I had just bought a whole bunch of fruit and vegetables that she was just kind of letting go to waste. So you wasting your sister money and you wasting my time. Anything I would cook for them, they wouldn't eat it. And I cooked them some bomb meals. That girl was eating some good breakfast. She was eating hash browns, eggs, blueberry pancakes, turkey sausage, turkey bacon. Like, I was hooking him up, okay? He likes sweet stuff. He didn't really eat that much. So that kind of irritated me too. I would make salmon and fries and all kinds of stuff, and he just wouldn't eat it. But, so I said, okay, I said, that's not the problem. I said, the reason why she didn't want to do nothing, she didn't want to eat no healthy food, she mad because y'all took her unhealthy food away. She can't spend her sister money no more, and she being petty. Which I don't like that, because that's going to reflect on me. When she start gaining or losing weight, who y'all going to look at? Me. Because I'm the one buying the groceries. I'm the one responsible to make sure she eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So when she got her habits on and she's saying, I don't want to eat this, and I don't want to eat that, I don't want to take my medicine, y'all ain't about to come talk to me about nothing. So when I saw that email, I said, why they pacifying her like that? So that ain't got nothing to do with she want attention. That's why she feels sick. I said, she bull crapping. You got a lot of people, I know y'all gonna know exactly what I'm talking about when I say this. You got a lot of people that's disabled. They got, all these health issues, and they want the family to treat them like a baby. They want you to pacify them, and every time they throw a temper tantrum, I understand that everybody involved has a professional part to play, and there's this whole professional language that goes to the emails. I know how to tell you the real and give it to you unsugar-coated professionally. So I think the sister didn't like that, because when I saw the email, I texted her, the case manager, and I texted the sister. I wish I could read it to y'all. I didn't say nothing bad. I just kind of said it for what it was. I said, she upset because she can't spend that money no more. That ain't how I said it. She want to eat the foods she was eating before that's making her sick, because she's pre-diabetic and she got a whole bunch of other health issues going on. I said she don't need to be pacified. She don't need no more healthy fruits and vegetables that she not going to eat. And tell me with that attitude that she not going to eat it every day. I said she need an attitude adjustment, because that stuff that she doing, she just doing to be petty. I don't believe in pacifying somebody that knows exactly what they doing just to get their way. If that's how y'all want to deal with them, cool. You come over here and take care of her, okay? I don't do that type of stuff. If you really like handicapped and really disabled and you just genuinely don't know what you're doing, I'll give you space. I'll give you grace. That's not what that situation was. She know exactly what she's doing. And I said in the text, I said, her refusing to eat and her refusing to take her medicine is her way of retaliating against everybody that has supervision over her. And I would notice that when I would come in to work in the mornings, there would be like shredded cheese and stuff like all over the kitchen floor. Okay, so basically, she only eat when I'm not here, because she don't want me monitoring the healthy foods that she's eating and the unhealthy foods that she's eating too. So I guess she feel like, because I leave at 4 o'clock, from 8 to 4. So I guess in the evening time or for dinner, she would go in the kitchen and probably rummage and just eat what she want to eat, continue to make herself sick. So when she continue to say that she feels sick and she don't feel good, and just dramatize everything for everybody, have the case manager come back to the house, take her to the hospital. I said, child, I see what kind of game this is. So I think the sister, mind you, I told the sister before what I had witnessed with her. Oh, I didn't tell y'all this. With the dad, the way he treat the younger, well, she's actually older than her, the sister that live in the home, the disabled one. So there was a point in time. I think the girl, she answered the phone and she was having it communicated to her on the phone. I think one of her doctors or something, they were just informing her simple stuff like she get a new eye doctor, things of that nature. And in my opinion, I didn't see an issue with her being on the phone. I think she was having a functional conversation. It wasn't nothing that was too hard for her to understand. She just pretty much got the news that she's having a new eye doctor, maybe some, uh, new meds or something, and then she got off the phone. And that's a disabled one that live in the same house. So her dad, the 85-year-old male, he comes in the kitchen and starts talking to me about his daughter. And the way he did it, it was in a way of like to mock and make fun of her disability. And he said to me, you think she understood what they were talking about on that phone? Like to make fun of her. And I'm remaining neutral because I can already pick up on the vibe that I'm like, why is he talking about his daughter like that? Like basically she's so stupid, or she's, I don't want to say the R word, it's really derogatory, but that's the way he was talking about her. She's so stupid and she's so dumb she can't comprehend a normal conversation on the phone. So he comes talks to me as if I'm going to interact with him on that same level, talking about his daughter. Do you think she understood anything they were talking about? Like kind of smirking. And I said, oh, I don't know. I think she was speaking with somebody about, getting a new doctor, this and that. So I called her. I was like, hey, what did they tell you on the phone? Blah, blah, blah. Kind of retorted it. He was still trying to build that negative energy about it, but he saw that I wasn't participating. So he basically just kind of threw his hands up in the air and was like, oh, it is what it is. I said, did this man really just try to talk smack about his own disabled daughter to me? So you don't just have prejudice issue, you just jacked up. Jacked up. Like you just a nasty sucker, aren't you? I have never seen that before. But like I said, they got people like that. They got people in families, they just see you as a burden. And that's if he ever loved her. When you witnessing and experiencing stuff like that, it makes you question things like that. I don't like people feeling like just because you in like a professional situation or you a caregiver, whatever you are, that you're just supposed to witness this stuff and just experience it. Yeah, hold your tongue in wisdom for sure, But no, you are affected by that stuff because this is an environment that you have to be in, 8 hours out of your day, 40 hours a week. You got to spend with these people. That's negative, toxic energy. Even if it's not always being directed towards me, I'm seeing you treat other people like that. Now, how you think it's going to affect my service to you? Or if it don't affect my service, just how I feel about you as a person. I'm surprised that you even got the audacity to speak to a random stranger about your own child like that. Somebody that you've been living with for decades. This not your first time taking care of her. And I said, if he's that comfortable making a comment like that just about her being on the phone, what else does he talk about her? What else have you done to make this girl just feel like absolute trash or just nothing just because of her disability? That was just a nasty, ugly thing to say. Like she's so retarded or she's just so stupid she probably couldn't even understand. He's made comments about how she's quick to eat the snacks and stuff too. And I said, I don't really know what you're making fun of her weight for or how quick she is to eat a snack when you're the one who be giving her your food when you don't want it. I'd rather her eat it than have it go to waste. And she don't know no better. She just knows when my dad doesn't want the food, I'll just eat it. So I got a homegirl who's a fellow co-worker. Me and her keep getting like the same clients and stuff. They about to replace me with her for their family. And I asked her like how her day went over the weekend with them. Everything she told me I had already kind of discerned. I kind of filled her in. And she said, oh girl, I already done experienced that because I put his snacks in his closet because they don't want her eating sugar and stuff. He can eat the snacks all he wants to. I put it in his closet. And she said he went in the closet, got a snack, and said to her, new caregiver by the way, never even met this woman, I'm going to go put this on the counter and watch and see how quick she picks it up and eats it. I said, what? Did he really say that to you? She said yes. My first day. That man is evil. That's layers of darkness. I thought it was just like a racist prejudice thing, because I kind of got those vibes from him with me. But now I see, I'm like, well, okay, well, he's done it to the case manager. She's a white woman. She's not black. He does it to his daughter. You just got an evil heart. You just nasty. So now the older sister, where she come back in, mind you, I'm reporting to the case manager and I'm reporting to the sister, because I'm the one taking care of your family. So when stuff like that is going on, I'm letting her know, hey, this is how your dad is treating your sister. Now, of course, I know how to, articulate things professionally, so I'm not saying it like how I'm talking on camera. It was very nice, very, direct to the point. I just pretty much told her what I've been experiencing, what I've been witnessing, how he talked to the case manager and stuff. And she seemed like she really have an issue with it, which I feel like she probably did. And was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go, me and my aunt are going to talk and see what the best fit for my sister would be, so she can be treated properly, blah, blah, blah. So that was the first incident. Second incident, if you want to call it that, was just me responding to the email saying in so many words, she don't need to be pacified, she don't need to be baby. I'm just let y'all know what it is, since I'm here 24/7. She upset because she can't spend that money, she can't eat what she want to eat. So that's gonna reflect on me. I ain't got time for that. Y'all ain't about to be looking at me wondering why I ain't been making groceries and why she's shrinking or why she's got all of that stuff. I'm just want you to know your sister is refusing to take her medicine. She already sick and got health issues. She being petty, just so you know. So because the case manager in the email, she was kind of making it seem like, oh, this is how we can better help to perfect, her engage. I'm like, ain't no engagement, nothing. She just being petty and she need an attitude adjustment. Maybe her sister need to come over here and talk to her. So my supervisor, she called me. As soon as I sent that text, she called me. She said, do not speak to the sister no more. And me and her had a long talk. I kind of already figured what it was. People like that. That's why I say being in this field is exactly, Shay. Somebody just said, just imagine what he is doing or saying when you are not around. My point exactly. If you comfortable saying and doing that kind of stuff about your child with people, strangers around, what are you doing when we're not there? Because that girl stay in her room. I'm like, why is she in the room like that? And when I went in that room that day, when he yelled at her to go to her room or to shut up, she was like, her face was wet with tears. Like, she was like genuinely hurt. Like, he always treat her like that. He's always talking to her like that. And I'm like, that mess is abusive. I can see if you doing something ain't got no business. She not doing nothing. It ain't like she just dysfunctional. She needs some help with some things, but she know how to talk, honey. She like the Bee Gees, like she know how to chat. And she likes doing a lot of different stuff. She's just fine, but she just, she does have some issues here and there. I think that kind of situation makes me feel like, yeah, I see. I agree with you. I'm seeing that. I feel like, that makes me feel like, and this stuff has gone on in like the 1920s and stuff too, because I remember I used to watch movies with dynamics like that, where that child that was handicapped or disabled, that's like the black sheep of the family. So everybody's there like providing for you and clothing you and taking care of you, but they don't give a shit about you basically. That's how they treated that girl. Because one day I was sitting on the couch after I scrubbed it down, and she looked like she wanted to come out the room. I said, come sit down. She was like, oh no, I can't sit down. I said, what you mean you can't sit down? She kind of pointed at her dad. I said, he not going to say nothing. I said, this your house too. Literally. It was just another recliner. The only person that sit on the furniture is the man. I said, come sit down and kick back and relax. I pulled out the recliner for her, had her legs comfortable, turned it. She looked like she was nervous. Like she was going to make her dad angry just because she sat on the couch. So anyway, so I'm talking to my supervisor, and she pretty much saying as much as she can say, because she cool, but she got to be professional with me. And I said, so basically it sound like what you saying from what I'm picking up, the sister that's helping take care of the family don't really care about them. She don't really want me texting her about how the family doing, because she really don't give a crap. She basically just kind of want to hire somebody to do the dirty work for her, and she don't want to hear none of the negative. All she want to hear is positive news. She want to hear they got fed, they got clean, blah blah blah. But when it comes to your dad possibly emotionally and verbally abusing your sister, or your sister refusing to take her medicine, she didn't like the negative reports I was giving. And my supervisor told me she was thinking about bringing somebody back from a different company and basically replacing me, which I was like, well, honey, go ahead with your bad self. I don't care either way. There's so many different jobs out here to get in this field. I don't really care. If that's what you feel is the best for you, I think you need to do that, because the kind of caregiver that I am, my personality, I don't sugarcoat nothing for nobody. So I picked up quickly with that sister. She's that kind of relative. She'll provide financially, but she want to stay at a distance. And it ain't just because she got a busy life and she got her own kids. You just don't give a crap about your dad or your sister. Or if you do care about your dad, you don't care about the sister. So I think me sending her that and giving her an honest report on like updating her family is a responsibility for her that she don't want. That's why I said you got a lot of relatives that's just wicked like that. I don't want to be responsible for this person, so let's just throw them in a nursing home. Let the CNAs deal with them. And then you have all these stories, and I done seen it. That's why I left that nursing home. When I was in that little training CNA period, it wasn't just because the father gave me permission to release me from working. I didn't like the way they was treating them people over there. So these people will throw their relatives and throw their father, their sister in these homes and stuff with people who don't care about. I'm gonna just let you know up front. For some people, it's just a job. They there for a check. They don't care about your dad. They don't care about your sister. They don't care about them being clean and white and fed properly. They don't have no true companionship or emotional support. That's why they have caregivers. A CNA and a caregiver is not the same thing. CNA is going to do their job. A caregiver is there to be a friend. That's what I do. Companionship, talking, emotional support, counseling, stuff like that. So she that type of chick. So when I saw that she had an attitude, I don't even think it was just that I was reporting, being honest with her about the condition of her family and stuff I was experiencing. I think she also noticed that I think she wasn't used to having caregivers that were that honest with her to begin with. And I don't think she liked what I was saying about her family. Because like I said, professional situation or not, if your family jacked up and y'all full of crap, you don't want nobody exposing that. You think that was the first time she heard me saying that her dad made fun of her sister's handicaps? They probably been doing stuff like that. She probably just mad because you saw it and you actually said something about it. They probably had a whole bunch of caregivers before me that probably saw it and didn't say nothing. So that's what she like. I know she over there being mistreated. I know my dad's an asshole. I just want you to feed them, clean them, do what needs to be done. And as far as the abuse, I don't want to hear nothing about it. Okay. Find you another caregiver. I don't roll like that. Nasty stuff like that, when there's no real supervision present to monitor things like that, and I'm the only real supervision. I'm like the head babysitter, basically. You don't want me to tell you nothing about it. You don't want to do nothing about it. You want to find somebody else that's basically just going to keep silent. Go for it. Go for it, honey. So I told my supervisor, I say, she ain't got to replace me. I said, I'm already looking for somebody else. And let me tell you how the Lord worked. I was doing 40 hours a week with that client. I'm still with the same company. But with that family, it was 40 hours a week, 15 an hour, from 8 to 4. And when I told my supervisor that I was pretty much fed up and I was done, and me and her had like a long talk, and I kind of came to terms and came to the conclusion that the sister was just full of crap. That's the kind of chick she is. I know that for a fact because my homegirl that's about to take my place confirmed that to me. She actually met the sister over the weekend. I never met the sister. I said, well, what is she like? She said to be honest, never mind, I don't want to get in trouble with somebody while I say it. She confirmed my discernment about the sister, basically. I said, okay, that's what I need to know. So, but my homegirl, she was just like, I can already tell everything you said is true. Like, I'm used to working with people like this. We just stay servants, basically. She can tell by the attitude. So I was talking to my supervisor. She was kind of upset because she let me know, Brandy, you're doing just such a good job. You're good with cooking for him and helping him. It's really hard to find somebody to take care of him. I said, I wonder why. But I was like, nah, I'm good. Because to be honest with you, for like the past 2 weeks, I just started losing a peace in my spirit with being there. Like, I could feel the Lord like kind of easing me out. When I started seeing stuff like that, at kind of witnessing that. And then when somebody mistreat me, it honestly just kind of sits in my spirit. I don't forget how nobody treat me. I don't forget what I felt when you said something. I don't forget what I felt when you did something to me. I may be called to forgive you, but I don't forget the toxicity that's in you. We're not just going to skip and hop into the future and transition into friendship after you treated me like crap. I see who you really are. So I was already losing a piece with even just being there, and I was already kind of detaching from the situation. And I told my supervisor that I'm done. Because I see that family, y'all like to play games. All that stuff like getting caregivers removed and stuff like that. They had another little dude that was there over the weekend. She was saying how much the weekend caregiver, they done fired him and replaced him. Only for me to hear her and her dad called themselves talking about me in front of me today when I was there this morning, which I'm going to tell y'all what he did today. And she had the nerve to say in front of me, after I done cooked for these people, that's what they do. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just being honest with you. And I want to say this too, because I've noticed a lot of the Israelite community, they put so much attention on European people or Caucasian people. I do not believe that everybody is racist. That's so dumb and ignorant to think like that. You got a lot of people with pure hearts that have genuine hearts. They're not racist people. However, there is a such thing as systemized racism. You can be born into a certain mindset based on what you see around you, how things kind of function, and what kind of attitude your relatives got, your parents have. That's not every white person. You have white people that are disgusted by stuff like that. They hate to even be associated with their own kind because they do treat other people like that. So I don't believe that for a second. But the vibe I kind of got from that family, I heard the sister, the one I was taking care of, the disabled one, say to her Father's Day, well, yeah, I like the new caregiver better anyway. Excuse me? I said, so y'all like to play games. I see what this is now. I packed my stuff, honey. I took my little Bible because I was going to have my Bible study today. I started my fast today. And I'm going to tell y'all what this ignorant man did this morning. I know it was spiritual warfare. It pissed me off so bad because I was going to be serious on a little raw vegan fast. The Lord, I was going to get back on point. I was watching Sister Agape Con today doing deliverance videos. I got some deliverance. And I want to tell y'all this right now. You need to prepare spiritually for a fast. It's not just about preparing your body with fruits and vegetables. You need to prepare for attack. And I keep forgetting, like, why don't I ever complete a fast? And this is why. Every time I try to fast for my deliverance or just to get closer to Father, something like this happens. It's something that just hits you like way below the belt, or just hits you out of nowhere, and it just gets you so stirred up in your flesh again. You just kind of get distracted. I got so mad I had to get Chick-fil-A. Like, I'm not lying. Like, I started off good today. I went to Whole Foods. I got me a little carrot juice drink. I got me some fruit that's still right here. And I felt his peace. He was happy about the fast. And as soon as I get to work, this nigga want to be ignorant. I said, oh, Lord, I didn't crucify my flesh yet. I'm trying to get there. I've been too lukewarm and just too carnal lately. And you want to try me this morning. Have mercy, Jesus. He's so lucky I'm your daughter, God. He's so lucky. Because if I was a real heathen woman, you wouldn't have no more walker. You wouldn't have no more legs to walk with your walker. Anyway, let me tell you how God worked. So that's the shift, that's the hours I was doing with them clients. And to be honest, I had so much peace with leaving that family. I didn't even care if they had any other options available or not. I was just going to take my peace, leave, look elsewhere if I had to. Don't really want to be swapping, companies like that. But I told my supervisor, she was kind of unhappy to hear it, but she kind of knew what was going on too. And she said, well, we have a new client coming in from Houston next week. And she said she said 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. But it ain't 7 days a week, but basically it's a 12-hour shift. And she said what you can do Monday through Wednesday, 12 hours from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And you can do your overtime Thursday, which is going to be a little extra. It's a decent check. I'm going to be making more money than what I was with their family. Thank you. I said, look at God, because I wasn't even thinking about that. I was like, I'm about to leave. Like, I'm not dealing with this bull crap. Whatever issues that man got going on, whether it's racist, prejudice, or what kind of demons living up in here, I ain't dealing with it, because I don't like to see nobody be treated like that. And you ain't about to treat me like that. Because like I said earlier, only one or two things gonna happen. I don't instantly pop But I mean, if you push me a little bit, I ain't weak and fragile and naive like I used to be a couple years ago. And my heart condition does not reflect the sister I used to be in my older videos. I'm trying to get back to that point. So I'm not that type of chick. I don't care if we're in a professional situation or not. You're not going to be disrespecting me. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way. You're not going to talk to me like I'm your peasant, like I'm your servant, like you don't have no sense. I will show you what it looks like with somebody who don't have no sense, with no regrets. I'll forget that I'm at work in 5 seconds. And I'm being complete. I'm not saying it to sound cute. I really mean what the hell I'm talking about. You're not going to be up here talking to me stupid. I'm here to help take care of you, take care of your daughter, cook, clean. It's my job, but it's still my service. I'm still offering and sacrificing myself to do this job for you. So you're going to respect me. So today, I came in this morning. Usually he's still asleep until like 9:30, 9:45. The girl still got her habits on. She immediately told me as soon as I walked in the door, she don't want to eat. She don't want to take her medicine. She already told the case manager, so don't bother me about it. I was like, okay, I'm going to just be in my word. That's just more time for me to be in the word. Like, okay, cool. I ain't got to cook. When I do cook, he don't eat. And it goes to waste. I said, okay. So the cleaning ladies, they come every Monday. They clean in the house or whatever. So I go to Whole Foods, get my little raw vegan breakfast with my fast with the father. I got me some fruit, got me a little juice, and I got me some little zucchini vegetable meal that I was gonna stir fry, which I'm at Whole Foods right now about to take back because I can't cook it now. But so I come back to the house and he's up and he's walking around. So I'm like, okay, I always take care of him. As soon as he get up in the morning, I know he like his pudding. He want a glass of milk with his medicine, and I always be getting him the little breakfast, little cereal bars. I make sure to get like little nutritional, little fruit snacks or whatever. So I went to the kitchen and started heading getting his medicine, poured him a little glass of milk with some Ensure. Been doing that since I've been there because he don't like to eat. So give him an Ensure. I mix it with the milk. He don't really complain too much. So today of all days, oh Jesus, I'm reflecting on it. Hold on. I can't reiterate his voice. He decided to stand at the counter, and with his tone and his stance, like he was looking for a reason to kind of pick with me about. Really petty stuff, but he was upset about something. I don't really know what pressed him. Maybe the demons that's in him, the spiritual warfare I was encountering, because them demons knew I started my fast today. So I was like, okay, well let's try to get her in her flesh again. It worked. So he yells at me, what are you doing? Are you stupid? I don't drink all that stuff. Talking about the Ensure. I just want a glass of milk. What are you getting all that stuff for? And then he looked at me and was talking to me like I was stupid. M-I-L-K. Can you comprehend? Child, I said, hold on. Hold on a second. Let me remind myself how old you are, that I have the Holy Spirit, that I'm saved, I can't get fired, the cops will get. I had to let everything go through my mind like Brandy. You cannot react for multiple reasons. I said, okay. I went back to the counter, wasted milk, wasted the Ensure that nobody gonna drink. I got him, he usually don't drink all the milk to begin with. So I got him like a little, it was a cute little, they got like these little persimmon colored cups. It wasn't really small, wasn't too big. I was gonna put some milk in there just for him to take his medicine. What are you getting that for? There's glasses in the corner. What's wrong with you? So I'm gonna show you what's wrong with me in a few minutes. This man has never talked to me like that. I do the same thing I do any other day. You get the same thing you get every morning. So he just looking for a reason to just be abusive, just to be nasty. I don't know what his problem was. So I give him his little, glass that he wanted, and I couldn't even look at him. I just put him across the stove, across the counter, whatever, and he took it. Went to go sit down. I sat at the table, continued to eat my fruit. She just texted me back. So I went back to the table and I'm just, I'm just eating my fruit or whatever. And I'm hot, honey. I didn't say nothing disrespectful to him. I didn't yell at him. I just kind of remained neutral and I just tried to let it roll off. It rolled into my gut. That's where it rolled at. That's why. But anyway, so a few minutes later, He wanted to start it up again. He came by the table. And basically, this is who it took everything within me not to do something to this man. He came to me and said, and when you come here, it's a white man, by the way. When you come here, you serve me and my daughter breakfast. If you want to get you something to eat, you find something to eat before you come here. You're here to serve me and my daughter. You don't deserve to eat anything. I looked at him, I said, okay. As I was still eating, okay. Yeah, and if you don't want to do that, it's just better that you just not come at all. I said, okay, they found somebody to replace me. I'm just here to fill in for this week, which I am. Now, let me tell you why he was being ugly. First of all, just the way he said it, it just sounded like some servant, slave, like peasant type mess. Like, I don't like the way he said that. When you come here, you serve me and my daughter. And if you want to eat, basically, you don't have permission to eat in my home on a lunch break. No kind of break. You eat before you come here. When you come here, it's all about us. You serve us. Number one, first of all, your daughter in there being petty as hell, got health issues, don't want to eat no damn food. So as far as for while I'm sitting at this table eating my breakfast, little do you know while you were still comfortable in your bed, because you got other people to take care of you, come clean your house, pay your bills. So while you was in your bed so comfortable, your 50-year-old daughter, me, she don't want nothing to eat. She don't want to take her medicine, and she's going to her room. Okay, problem solved. And as for you, sir, this comes from somebody who don't even want to eat no food. Anytime I cook eggs or hash browns or the sausage that he likes to eat, he tell me he don't want it. But then go right back in the refrigerator and eat some ice cream or some pudding. So what the hell are you talking about? I'm here to serve you, and you just being, it was just to be ugly because it didn't even make sense. Y'all don't even eat. So what do you mean I come here and serve you and I don't feed myself? You got the game all twisted up. If y'all want to be petty and starve yourselves, you can be petty and I'm going to eat. I have so much free time at that job. That's how I'm able to make videos because I be on the clock and I don't do anything. I do their laundry, which is not a lot. The living room don't be dirty because nobody be in there. He just watch TV all day. She got her habits on. She don't want to do nothing. The only thing I do is either come vlog to y'all or read the word. Or I'm watching Israelite videos or something. Do the dishes they need to be done. There's nothing to do. So he just basically wanted to come and talk to me crazy. And call himself trying to push me. And then on top of that, he went to go sit back in his recliner. Had the nerve to call his daughter out the room. Never has done that since I've been there. Sweetheart, do you need any assistance? Trying to act like he cared about her. And she didn't even know what he was talking about. No, I don't need no assistance. Like, she like, well, what is he talking about? Okay, well, let me know if you need any assistance, you need to get you some. And she's like, no, I don't. She unbothered. She want to be in her room, laying in her bed like she been doing. She didn't know that he was trying to be petty in front of me. And the Bree said couldn't beat me, we would have been fighting. Exactly. So he talking about well, I just he trying to have his fatherly, voice on. Talking about, well, she's here and she's supposed to, be assisting you, and then she's not doing that. I said, oh, Lord, you picked the perfect day to kill my flesh. Like, you really. Because you know what I was thinking about? I'm thinking about how every day I use my gas in my car to go to the grocery store and get groceries for y'all, how I done cook good meals for y'all, how I would serve you, have your medicine waiting, buy that little couch you like to sit in all day, have your milk ready and your snacks, because I know exactly what you like every single day, and you got the nerve to sit your ass on this recliner and in front of me to be disrespectful that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do because you got a fit today. I said, honey, you must have confused 2020 with the 1600s, because if I were not saved and born again right now, and if I would not lose my job, it would be your ass. Let's just make that perfectly clear. I don't know how y'all did stuff 20, 30, 40 years ago, because I'm 27 and you 85, but you got the game twisted. That's how they do. And that's probably how they used to do. When it comes to our ancestors, these people be in their home taking care of them. They the one cleaning your butt because you can't clean your own butt. How the hell you fix your mouth to speak about somebody in a derogatory or negative manner who's helping you with your livelihood that you can't even do for yourself? And that's what I'm talking about. It's the respect factor. Some people are just ignorant as hell. I don't care if that's your job to do it. The fact that you even took that kind of job, you deserve respect alone for that part. And that goes for the Mexican housekeepers too. They ain't gotta do that. Yeah, it's their job to clean your house, but thank them for cleaning your house because you can't do it. She ain't have to come to work today. And you best to tell your daughter, I encourage you, I'm in full agreement that you can talk about that in front of me all you want to. Find you a new caregiver. That's what you're going to have to do. Find you a new caregiver who's going to put up with your shit, because I'm not. Because one of these days, today, I was neutral. I can hold my peace. But I'm just letting you know, if that would have, yes, cussing, like I said, you should listen to the beginning of the video. This probably is not for you. Go somewhere else. If that would have continued 2-3 days, you would have got told off. And I want you to call your daughter, because I want her to come to the house so you can get told off too. Y'all not about to have me in no situation where you have people who are employed to help you and assist you with whatever you need, and you talking to them like you crazy and you ain't got no sense. Like they your peasants or your servants. If you want to treat people like that, take care of your own self. Wipe your own butt. Go ahead and struggle and suffer trying to wipe your own butt crack in the shower. Do all that by yourself. People like that don't deserve the assistance that companies like this have to give to people. I honestly believe that wholeheartedly. I don't believe that every kind of person deserves that. If you just got nasty, rude, hateful, possibly racist, prejudiced people, and you got to go take care of these people, while you wiping them, they calling you a nigger. I'll drop that baby wipe so fast. Okay. See how we gonna see who the real nigger is when you got all that brown boo-boo stuck at the bottom of your pants that you can't get off. So yes, honey, you better find you a new caregiver and tell your daughter to replace me real quick, because I ain't the one. Y'all better ask my grandmother. When I was this wasn't when I was employed back in 2012, but I would help my grandfather a lot when I was staying with my grandmother. And the man she's married to is nasty. Abusive to my grandmother, abusive to me, my sister, her grandkid. Just nobody likes him. I got so tired of him back in the day. What was I, like 20, 21? Lord forgive me in my ways. I got so tired of that man talking to my grandmother crazy. And just his attitude. He's so arrogant. He got hurt on the job years ago, so he can't really move around. He has seizures and stuff. I mean, just like, you supposed to take care of him. Don't let my grandmother drive the car. Disrespectful to her, ugly to her, but she's supposed to cook for you, clean for you, and she's supposed to serve you. Well, she had something to do that day, so she went out and ran some errands, and I was there. I don't remember what he said or what he did, but I just know I had been staying there, and I had been seeing how he grandmother make fun of her weight, call her fat. Okay, he needed help off the floor one day, and I let him sit right there for a few hours. We're going to see how the main people that you really are dependent on to help you, how trash they are, the way you treat them. Let's see if you can get up off that floor by yourself. That man hates me to this day because of that. No, I'm going to tell you like my preschool teacher used to tell me. I'm going to let you sit there and think about what you just did. And let me see if you can get up by yourself, since you want to treat everybody like crap. Ain't nobody here to just serve you like you some tyrant pharaoh king or something. You want to act like that, huh? You better humble yourself real quick. When you finally get to an age where you can't cook and you can't go to the restroom and you wearing diapers, you better humble yourself real quick. Because the main people that's helping take care of you, you're going to meet the wrong one day. And that's why I say you really got to be humble when it comes to what the will of the Lord is. Because a lot of these CNAs, the stuff that I've seen, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with treating people the way that I've seen. But you just never know who that person could be reaping what they sowed. That person being taken care of as a resident or a client at that nursing home was probably wicked, probably racist, probably mistreated their wife, mistreated their kids, and now the Lord done put him in a situation like this with the worst CNA possible. Because you're going to reap everything that you did to somebody else. I'm just saying, sometimes that could be his will. It really depends on the case. You just never know. That's why I'm not quick to really get hyped up when somebody gets shot or when somebody died. I don't know how they was living. For all I know, they could have got warnings from the Lord before they died, and that's their judgment. We don't know this stuff. But quick to get upset over stuff. That's his harvest. Let him eat that. Because you're going to get it one way or the other. The Lord not going to let you pass through this life without giving you what you've served other people. Go read the book again. What was the rich king when he died and went to hell, the one that Lazarus was speaking with, how he treated everybody. Lazarus had to be at the gate begging for food, but he had all the delicacies he wanted to have. And what Abraham told him, when you was on earth, you was good and comfortable, and Lazarus had no comfort. So now he's in Abraham's bosom, and you the one suffering in flames. So I ain't got nothing else to say to you. Now, I think what you need to do, you better talk to the Lord himself and ask him why he put, I don't know why I was there. I know the Lord gave me peace to leave and bless him with an even better job. I'm about to be making a lot more. Maybe the sister needed to hear that. Maybe it's sometimes the Lord just puts you away. You need to just a little bit because he knows you're going to be the one to do it. They probably had a lot of caregivers that came, was too scared to say something, not bold enough to say something, but not me. Whether you like it or not, it's going to be said. And maybe your heart needs to be further exposed if you got an issue with somebody just coming to tell you how your sister being treated. Screwed up family. I don't have time for that mess. I ain't about to be around that kind of toxicity either. You can find somebody else. I agree with you. That don't intimidate me. You know how many caregiving jobs they got out here that pay more? Ain't nobody about to come here and be mistreated and be in a spirit like they gotta serve you after you done talk crap to them, disrespecting them. You should fear doing stuff like that to people that got power over the food that you eat. I ain't saying I would do it. I'm just saying it just mind boggles me that people do this. They do it to people who are serving them. You ain't seen The Color Purple? How she almost cut old dude, right? And how long she been dealing with that mistreatment? Him calling her ugly, cheating on her, raping her, beating her. He was that close to getting cut in that movie. She got stopped. The sovereign hand of the Lord saved you that day. I'm just saying, y'all be doing that mess to the wrong people. Do that to somebody who don't cook your food. You want to talk and that crazy to people. You need to be serving yourself. You don't need no servants. That's crazy. But the new client that I have, she said it's just a woman that needs help with a feeding tube 12 hours a day. I ain't never done that, so first time for everything. And I just left an interview today for my second, it's not a part-time job, but it's just a little second job over the weekend. So, but honey, that mess right there, and I was just so mad because I started my fast today. And just the way he came at me, I knew it was the enemy because he's never really done that before. He's been ugly to people. That's how I knew like the enemy just could use him because that's his heart basically. He already got that mess in him to be used. But he just kind of came out of left field. And it just reminded me, I said, I need to do a video on you preparing spiritually before you fast. I guess it's different for like every person. Depending on like, what strongholds you deal with, what kind of spirits you're dealing with, what you're trying to get deliverance from. Me personally, I get attacked hard when I fast. Them spirits gonna come at you with so much resistance. Like when they see you even trying, sometimes I don't even get past day one. Like them spirits ain't trying to risk it at all, honey. Like this is my day one. Like I said, I was watching Sister Agape Kind last night and this morning doing deliverance, repenting. I was gonna get in the word today. Like I was just set, and then that happened. I said, ooh, Satan. You will not be using your son today. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I need some more help in that area. I'm not one of them sisters that's just strong like that to just keep pressing and just let it roll off. And especially when you fasting, he trying to hit you when you vulnerable. That's why he do all of that. And it's only gonna get worse from that point on. if you trying to be serious with your fast. If it's deliverance based and you trying to go like a good little while, like a long term, that's what I was gonna do. Because like I said, Father gave me permission to do raw vegan. He doesn't want me doing like no food. He wants to do like fruits and vegetables. So that messed my spirit up so much, y'all. I'm an emotional eater. That's why I got this Chick-fil-A. I was so mad. I said, dang, I done broke my fast over this heifer. I have to start again all over tomorrow. I'm glad I'm gone though. The Lord definitely released me from that. Even the way I just got hired at the other job, like as it was happening when I was sitting at the table and I was just so mad, I got an email from the lady that I just got hired with the weekend shifts and stuff for, and I just I saw just like giving me a free exit, like just go. Like you already got your new client. I'm about to bless you with this one too. I think he still wants me to do the CNA thing. They offer training at the job I just got hired at, so he's just like just go. I'm gonna let Yahuwah deal with you, because you don't really know who you messing with. And I ain't just talking about the king, I'm talking about his people. Y'all keep doing the ignorant mess if you want to. I didn't sin against him till I did in my head. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't disrespect that man. I didn't say nothing evil to him. I didn't say nothing rude to him. I kept my mouth shut. And when it got too heated, when I was really getting pressed, I just got up and I left. I ain't gonna lie to you, honey. The thoughts be running through my head like time and opportunity. The only barriers is the Holy Spirit, the laws, and me going to jail. I can't afford it. That's how my flesh gets crucified. Because if it wasn't for that, never mind. I'm not going to even say it. Y'all want to say it? I'm going to just say I need some work. I'm trying to kill self. I'm trying to get close to the Father again, get back to where I was spiritually, because right now, I have no cares. I have zero cares about you, all of that. And then on top of that, somebody was, I think they were accusing or trying to find out who was using the man's card. Somebody was using his card and like, making purchases and stuff online. So I started noticing the husband, he came around, was giving me funny looks and stuff. And, I'm just picking up on this stuff, like, vibe-wise. I'm not saying anything. I'm like, I don't have time for this mess, honey. I don't steal. And this is not even anything to do with, scripture. I just don't steal. What am I steal your card for and I work here? So you can frame me. Honey, if I'm going to steal something, I'm stealing everything in this house. I'm stealing your furniture because I ain't got nowhere to live. I'm taking everything. I'm going to take your house, your furniture, your food, your soul. I'm stealing stuff like that. I don't care what your card going to do for me. I got my own card. Like, what? Ugh, y'all, you know what? Y'all need to take care of him. You need people that already know how you are, that want to deal with that crap to take. I think that's why some people like throw they relatives and stuff in nursing homes, because they don't want to deal with you. They know how you are. Like, let somebody that actually get paid for this crap like, go deal with the person, and then they ain't gonna leave them. At some point, after you done been through 5 or 6 caregivers, you have to realize that you the problem. Be nicer. Be respectful. Play them kind of games. Trying to mess up my spiritual walk for me to upset the Lord and have him rebuke me as a daughter because I slapped you on the clock and you old. How am I explaining that to my kids, that I slapped the old man when I was younger? You can't. That's why you just walk away. Then they gonna think I'm crazy if I say your age don't mean nothing to me because you still wicked. You could be 80, 30, 40. That has nothing to do with your heart condition. But they don't want to hear that. Well, we take care of the elderly. You're here for companionship. And that's just really, he has dementia. I said, okay, I got dementia too then. I don't know what I did when I hit him. I didn't even see it coming. Something just moved my hand and he just got hit. We both got dementia. We both don't know what's going on. Girl, bye. Dementia. I got your dementia. I'm gonna knock you on that floor and have you forget everything that happened. Y'all have a good day.